Quick review. It'll be a very quick review. The new Alt J record, The Dream. English art pop and alt pop band. Few records under their belt now, one of them being An Awesome Wave. That Relaxer album. They've been going for a little while now, and they've been making some pretty awesome waves. And I think a lot of their success can maybe be boiled down to their closeness to their contemporaries. They are very much aware of the style of music that they are dwelling within. Look, this project really just boasts more of the same from these guys, in a way. The opening track, Bane, features some group vocal harmonies and a building scene of sparkling guitar and washy synths. These eventually give way to a very nostalgic array of lo-fi drums and jangly tones. Some flute and some kind of zappy effects arrive on the final leg. It's a supremely enveloping atmosphere and a really apt taste of the kind of stylistic choices that we'll be subjected to on this record. U&ME, classic Alt J vibe here. Desolate guitar and a kind of suave drum groove form a canvas for some very sunburnt vocal performances. They do actually take a tiny bit from our boys Animal Collective in the way that they use and incorporate vocals. We get some bright, tightly wound guitars and fuzzy noise kicking through the door, some added percussion like shakers and cowbells, and these really just fill in the gaps and kind of complete this beachy mix. Very good song! Hard Drive Gold features a driving beat with a really beefy bass tone, chipper synth organ runs, and a righteous little hook that makes this one a little bit of a rager. And lyrically, it's a funny little concept about a 15-year-old millionaire who became that way through crypto. This track to me reads like a bit of that pro-hustle, grind set mentality, but just being like completely satired. This album isn't all just cute, funny concepts. Sometimes the concepts on this thing are cute and sad, like on the very dejected and Sufjan Stevens-esque Get Better. I mentioned Sufjan Stevens because of the really gentle, breezy guitar picking and very intimate, hushed singing. Like our protagonist is reciting these lyrics in a really vaguely lit corner of his bedroom. It is a pretty gut-wrenching song about losing a loved one to cancer and the grief that follows losing that loved one, namely in this case a girlfriend. And I suppose that's a fear that anyone who has had a significant other can attest to. The harpsichord and viola laden Waltz of Philadelphia sees the band going in a bit of a Beatles direction, like maybe a Revolver or a White Album kind of thing going on. Super regal and medieval world being created. The very operatically delivered Philadelphia certainly adds to this camp. There's even a Rubber Soul reference in one of the verses, so yeah, definitely we're going for a Beatles vibe here. It's a solid track with just enough quirk and beauty to keep it from being a total cringeworthy eye roll. The final track on this record, Powders, is another Beach Boys inspired piece of neo-psychedelia, fit with minimal brushy percussion and slippery wavy keys and guitars and vocals. Sounds like something that King Cruel would have tried on his previous record. And this song is kind of a narration of a conversation between two young lovebirds versus the inner monologue of the man lusting over this person and the idea of being this person's one and only. Gorgeous, intoxicating closer to this record. Really appropriate. Look, this album isn't all highlights though. I know I've been talking about all the highlights, but I've been kind of waiting until the end to maybe brush over some of the lowlights. The song The Actor follows the exploits of an aspiring actor who may or may not have been responsible for John Belushi's death. Yep. Interesting enough. Synthwave and prog pop odyssey, complete with Impala-esque synth accents, vaporizing lead guitar riffs, some swells of strings on the final portion to add a bit of drama to the musical palette, but the rather distant singing being processed through a coal mine doesn't complement the gushing instrumentation whatsoever. Like it may as well not even be there. Walk a Mile features some pretty interesting barbershop vocals, pensive beats and licks. Definitely the most abstract track here. Lyrically, I wasn't really able to pin down an explanation for what's being said here. There's a pretty tedious staccato chorus. The pauses between the vocals feel awkward because the track is so naked and snail's pace to begin with. Comes off as slightly indulgent and not really to the benefit of the receiver. And Losing My Mind kind of has this Joy Division love will tear us apart thing going on in the main riff at the start of the track, and I suppose throughout when it comes back. Even some of the echo-coded synths and drum programming do hint towards it. Mantra style hook fit with some overwhelming and spacious harmonies. Track turns into a bit of a dirgy synth pop jam before just abruptly finishing. Not the most gratifying song here, and definitely not a high point in terms of sonic experiments and soundscapes either. Blobby and unsure of what it wants to be, and not in the everything but the kitchen sink kind of way either. Yeah, slightly spotty but admirably hypnagogic record from the English alt pop group. I cop some hints of Vampire Weekend and Glass Animals and Tame Impala, Portugal the Man, Animal Collective, the Beach Boys, the Beatles. These all would have coalesced into a project that would have been really great and would have really shone had there been some, extra flavour added beyond the very obvious influences that the band sees themselves in the same league with. Certainly they do stack up against their contemporaries, but what are they doing now beyond records like An Awesome Wave that will truly leave a mark, push them even further? Who knows? I have to give this one just a flat 6.0 out of 10. And yeah, what did you think of this record? Did you love it? Did you... Wait a second. Good times and great classic hits only on 104.5. You're listening to Gold FM. You're a one-stop shop for all your really bland, boring 80s tunes. But at least we play Africa sometime. Well, yeah, that just about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like. And I hope you subscribe. Show your mum, show your dad, show your brother, show your cousin, show your sister, show your long-lost brother and sister, show your friends at school, if you even go to school, show your friends at college, uni, show your friends at your welding plant, show your pets, show your newborn baby, show your wife, show your teacher, show any Alt J fans that you know. Just for a laugh. Alright. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. I love you all. Goodbye.